Good morning, students. This is Abjeet. I welcome you in part 4 of chapter Agriculture. Let's start with topic Bhudan Gramdan. Bhudan. Bhu mean land, Dan mean donation, means land donation. Gramdan. Gram mean village, Dan mean donation, means village donation. The concept of Bhudan Gramdan was initiated by Vinoba Bhave, who is also known as the spiritual successor of Mahatma Gandhi. Along with Mahatma Gandhi, he participated in many satyagrahas, and after death of Mahatma Gandhi, he traveled village to village to spread Gandhiji's ideas. He was one of the votaries of Gandhiji's concept of Gram Swarajya. Gram Swarajya means a village who is self-efficient, where all the systems and facilities for a dignified living are available, is known as Gram Swarajya. Mahatma Gandhi believed that all the villages should be self-efficient. They should not depend on others for their own needs. And he was one of the votaries of Gandhi's concept of Gram Swarajya. Once, when he was delivering a lecture at a Pochampalli in Andhra Pradesh, some landless farmers demanded land from him for their well-being, for their economic well-being. At that time, Vinoba Bhave could not promise them to give them land, but assured them to talk to the government of India regarding provision of land. Suddenly, there was a rich person whose name was Shri Ramchandra Reddy. He stood up and offered 80 acres of land to be distributed among 80 landless villagers. This act was known as Bhudan because he donated 80 acres of land. So this act came to be known as Bhudan. By looking at him, many other rich jamidars who were the owners of many villages also gave villages in donation to the landless farmers. Because they donated villages, that act came to be known as Gramdan. However, many landowners choose to provide some part of their land to the poor families due to the fear of Land Ceiling Act. Due to fear of Land Ceiling Act, many jamidars started to donate land. They thought that government can acquire their property, so they started to give donation of land. This Bhudan Gramdan movement initiated by Vinoba Bhave is also known as Bloodless Revolution. What is Bloodless Revolution? The concept of Bhudan Gramdan initiated by Vinoba Bhave is also known as a Bloodless Revolution. Contribution of agriculture to the national economy, employment and output. Agriculture has been the backbone of Indian economy, though its share in the gross domestic product has registered a declining trend from 1951 onwards. Agriculture is the main economic activity of India. In India, near about 60% people are engaged in agriculture. But the contribution of agriculture in the GDP of the country is declining. What is GDP? Gross domestic product. The money value of all the goods and services produced within the country is known as GDP. How many goods are produced in the country, how many services are provided in the country. If we make their money value, so that total money value is known as GDP. The total money value of all the goods and services provided within the country is known as GDP. In 2011-12, about 50% of the total workforce was employed by the farm sector. Total workforce. I'm not talking about total population. Total workforce means those people who can do work was employed by the farm sector, which makes more than half of the Indian population dependent on agriculture for sustenance. The declining share of agriculture in the GDP is a matter of serious concern because any decline and stagnation in agriculture will lead to a decline in other spheres of economy, because there are many industries who are totally dependent on agriculture. You know that there are three sectors: primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. Primary sector involves agriculture and related activities. Secondary sector involves manufacturing, and tertiary sector provides services to the primary and secondary sector. All these three sectors are interdependent. While secondary and tertiary sectors are important, but we can't ignore to primary sector. If primary sector develops, then secondary and tertiary sector automatically develop. Many industries are there in our country who are totally dependent on agriculture, like food industry, cotton cloth industry. Suppose if there is not good production of food grains in our country, so from where all the industries will get raw material for making different types of food products? You know that in market different types of foods are available. And why are they available? Because food grains are provided to them, and from those food grains they make a variety of products, variety of food items. Next, government modernized agriculture. How? Because agriculture is very important. It supports to other sectors, secondary and tertiary sector. So government has made effort. Considering the importance of agriculture, the government of India made efforts to modernize agriculture. Which efforts have been made by the government to modernize agriculture? Establishment of Indian Council of Agricultural Research, ICAR, in name of institution. Indian Council of Agricultural Research, from its name you can understand, to make some researches in agricultural sector. Agricultural universities, to give information to the farmers. Agricultural universities have been opened. Veterinary services and animal breeding centers. Horticulture development. What is horticulture? The cultivation of fruits, vegetables and flowers is known as horticulture. Research and development in the field of meteorology. Meteorology, the study of weather. Study of weather is known as meteorology. You know that in these days farmers can get information about weather very easily, and that information is provided by meteorological centers. So meteorological centers are very helpful for the farmers, because they can estimate or they can guess that what type of weather will be there in upcoming days. So by looking at it, the farmers can decide that should they provide water to their crops, at which time they should try to grow their crops. All these decisions are taken by the farmers. Were given priority for improving Indian agriculture. Apart from this, improving the rural infrastructure was also considered essential for same, because agriculture is the main economic activity in our country. It also promotes other sectors. So our government has made many efforts to modernize. Efforts made by the government to modernize agriculture. All these efforts have been made, and along with it, improving the rural infrastructure, means in rural areas many facilities are being provided by the government now, like good roads, electricity, some other institution where the farmers can get information related to the crops, etc. Despite of all these efforts, the Indian farmers are facing a lot of problems. In India, farmers have so many problems. Like today, Indian farmers are facing a big challenge from international competition. International competition means agricultural production is much more in other countries than ours. And our government is going ahead with reduction in the public investment in agriculture sector, particularly in irrigation. Means government is not investing much more in irrigation. Irrigation means artificial method of supplying water to the field. Power, electricity, rural roads, market, and mechanization. The government is not interested to invest much more on irrigation, power, rural roads, market, and mechanization. And subsidy on the fertilizer is also decreased, which has led to increase in the cost of production. If the inputs are expensive, then the cost of production increase, because those inputs are expensive, so it is not easy for the farmers to get all these for the good growth of crops. Earlier government provided subsidy on fertilizers and many more things, but due to decrease in subsidy, the economic condition of Indian farmers is deteriorating. Next, moreover, reduction in import duties on agricultural products have proved detrimental to agriculture in the country. Means there is not much tax on import of agricultural products. Agricultural products are purchased by Indian government from other countries, so Indian farmers face problem. Farmers are withdrawing their investment from agriculture, causing a downfall in the employment in agriculture. Because they are not getting much profit, it's difficult for them to manage their economic problems. That's why they are withdrawing their investment from agriculture. Yes. So which are the problems faced by Indian farmers? International competition. Less. Next, the government is not interested to invest much more in irrigation, power, rural road, market, and mechanization. Third, subsidy on the fertilizers is decreased. Next, less tax on import of agricultural products. Due to all these reasons, Indian farmer doesn't want his son to become a farmer. Yes, here's written, find out why an Indian farmer doesn't want his son to become a farmer. Due to all these reasons, because there is not much profit, that's why they are not interested in it. Food security. What is food security? Food security means availability, accessibility, and affordability of food. Food security. There are three dimensions of food security: availability, accessibility, and affordability of food. Availability means the production of food grains within the country and import from other countries. That is known as availability. Means is food available in our country or not. Accessibility means food is within the access of people. Like some people live in far away regions, it's very difficult for them to get food. So whether they have access to food or not. Affordability means do they have sufficient money to purchase food? Food security consists three dimensions: availability, accessibility, and affordability of food to all the people in all times. Availability, accessibility, and affordability of food to all the people of country in all times is known as food security. And for providing food security, our government has set up buffer stock. What do you mean by buffer stock? Stock of food grains procured by the government of India. Stock of food grains procured by the government of India through FCI. Through FCI. FCI mean Food Corporation of India. Food Corporation of India. Buffer stock. Stock of food grains procured by the government of India through FCI. Means government keeps stock of food grains through FCI, Food Corporation of India. The Indian farmers are assured that they can sell their food grains because to purchase their food grain there is one institution, Food Corporation of India. The main purpose of creating buffer stock by the government of India is to ensure food security during the time of disaster or during the time or in the regions where there is lack of food production. What is buffer stock? Stock of food grains procured by the government of India through Food Corporation of India. By creating buffer stock, the government maintain food security and it provide food grains to the poor people through PDS system. What is PDS? Public Distribution System. Public Distribution System. Public Distribution System is a program which provides food grains and other essential commodities at subsidized price in rural and urban areas. Public distribution system provide food grains and other essential commodities. Food grains and other essential commodities like sugar, oil, like edible oil, kerosene oil to the poor people at low rate in rural as well as in urban areas. The government tries to maintain food security by creating buffer stock and through PDS system, public distribution system. The FCI procures food grains from the farmers at the government announced minimum spot price. Yes, Food Corporation of India is responsible to purchase food grains from the Indian farmers, and this agency also announced the minimum spot price. What is minimum spot price? Minimum spot price. Students, these are terms which you have to learn like PDS, FCI, MSP. These terms you have to learn. Minimum spot price. The price of food grains announced by the government of India before the sowing season so that the farmers can get an idea that which type of crop they should grow. What is minimum spot price? The price of food grains or crops, not only food grains, fodder crops or non food crops. The price announced by the Food Corporation of India of different crops before the sowing season, so that the farmers can get an idea that which type of crop they should grow, of which crop they can get good profit. That is known as minimum spot price. The price announced by the the Food Corporation of India before the sowing season so that the farmers can get incentive that which type of crop they should try to grow. But in these days, the cropping pattern has been distorted. cropping pattern is distorted. Due to which reasons it is distorted? Excessive and imprudent use of fertilizers and water has led to waterlogging, salinity, and depletion of essential micronutrients in the soil. You know that in these days, farmers try to get maximum profit from small plot. So they try to grow three crops on the same piece of land. For growing 3 crops, there is need of much more water, and due to supply of more water, there is problem of waterlogging and salinity is increasing. Due to increasing salinity, the essential micronutrients in the soil are depleting, means they are destroying. This is the first reason. Next, the high MSP, high minimum support price, subsidies in input, and committed FCI purchases have, means Food Corporation of India is responsible to purchase crops from the farmers. It's responsibility of Food Corporation of India. Now farmers don't have any tension that they can't sell their crops in market, because there is FCI who is responsible to purchase. So due to all these reasons, due to high MSP, subsidies in input, and committed FCI has distorted the cropping pattern. Now farmers focus only on growing of wheat and paddy. Punjab and Haryana are foremost examples. We know that in these states only paddy and wheat is grown. So what are the reasons of distorting cropping pattern? Heading will be reasons of distorting cropping pattern. Next, it's written, you already know that the consumers are divided into 2 categories, below poverty line and above poverty line, BPL, APL. Below poverty line, those people who don't have even sufficient food to eat, those people are termed as BPL. Those families are termed as BPL families. And while those who can afford, they are included in APL, means above poverty line. So these terms you also have to write with buffer stock, PDS, MSP, APL, BPL. For today, this much is sufficient. Let's have a revision. First of all, Bhudan Gramdan, started by Vinoba Bhave, also known as Bloodless Revolution. Then contribution of agriculture in the GDP of the country. Next, efforts made by the government to modernize agriculture. Later, challenges faced by the Indian farmers. Food security. What is food security? How is food security maintained by the government? By buffer stock and public distribution system. Later you learned about some terms like FCI, Food Corporation of India, MSP, minimum support price, APL, above poverty line, BPL, below poverty line. Thank you.